Hi, Tony. My name is Sean Haas. I'm a sales representative for Gardner. Thank you for taking the time out of your stressful life and stressful day to meet with me today.
Hey, no problem. No problem, man.
So how's your day been going?
It's been going good, This whole quarantine thing is kind of
hmm
just messing with everything. We were supposed to meet in person, but then all
Yeah,
this
yeah.
happened,
Sorry,
and
sorry we couldn't do that.
I'm sorry we have the Zoom call we have going on now, but we make the
Hey,
best of it, and
got to make things work any way we can, right?
exactly. And who knows, maybe we'll meet in the future. You never know.
Oh, I would love nothing more than that.
Right now we're just making the best of what we have.
Indeed, indeed. Any plans for the weekend?
As of right now, no. Again, just kind of stuck here. Been trying to visit family as much as I can. Just trying to make sure they're
Same
safe, but
here.
trying to
Same
keep my
here.
distance as much as possible. You
hmm
never know. I don't want to travel too much, so I just try to keep in
hmm
contact with them. But other than
hmm
that, I haven't really been doing much.
That's nice. Me neither. I've just, been doing the exact same, traveling, seeing family, hanging out with the girlfriend, everything like that.
No,
Living
yeah, I
life,
get that. I can't wait for this to be over though, because I'll finally
Me
get my
neither.
hair cut. I'm sorry, it's
Yeah,
all.
yeah. I can finally get a haircut, go see some friends, not be yelled at.
That's the first thing I'm gonna do.
Indeed, indeed. All right. Well, so I can let you get back to your family sooner. I'm going to make sure that we stick to a schedule.
That's fine.
Perfect, perfect. Well, before we begin with the um, would I would like to go over a brief agenda for our meeting today, if that's okay with
Yeah,
you.
that works with me. Go ahead.
Perfect. By the end of our meeting today, I would like to see if Gardner and the United Bank would be able to be business partners, be a profitable business partnership with each of us, with each other. There are multiple things I would like to cover, but before I get into anything, are there any questions that you have for me?
Yeah, so I was wondering if Garner would be able to help improve my relationships and communications with other business leaders. That's something I'm kind of looking forward and into.
Great. We'll be sure to cover that by the end of our meeting today. Uh, Before we get into the facts, I would like to learn a little bit more about you and your position with the United Bank. I would like to go over how you obtain your information from research, how you plan to optimize costs, and other solutions you may have. I spoke with your executive assistant, Joan, on the phone just a little while ago, and she said you had about 15 to 20 minutes for your meeting. Does that still work for you?
Yeah, that works for me. That's perfect.
Perfect, perfect. Great. By the end of this meeting, we should both have a better understanding about what I have to offer and how it will help you in your business and when we should meet again in the future.
Sounds good.
Before I get, before I start about what I have to offer, I would like to learn a little bit more about you and what you do for United Bank.
All right.
Uh, I have a list of a couple questions. I'm just going to go
That's
down the
fine. Go
list. I'm
ahead,
just going to
shoot.
read them off. As a CIO, what would you say is the most important part about making the business successful?
So personally for me, empowering and developing my team is very important
hmm
when it
hmm
comes down to running a successful organization
hmm
and when I'm finding information.
hmm
A business can only run if the whole team knows kind of what they're doing.
hmm
And my team,
So
I
true.
feel, is good at what they do. I feel it's my job every day to help my team grow as much as possible so they are ready to take on any challenge that might come their way.
hmm
Time is crucial to me, in my opinion. It's the most
Always,
crucial
always.
asset. If we decide to waste time, or my team decides to waste time on one
hmm
problem for thinking about something too much, we could miss out on different opportunities that might arise. Time is money, so we want to try to make sure we're always running through stuff as fast as possible.
I understand. I understand. When you first took this job, what did you want to accomplish as CIO?
Well, my obvious accomplishment would be to make as much revenue for the company as I can.
Yeah,
I feel like that's every
we
business
all,
goal.
yeah, we all looking for
But
that.
if I had to get into specifics, I'd probably want to help increase revenue by about 10% and also cut costs by about 4%, right around
Okay.
that area. Uh, if I could, I'd like to better understand how to effectively reduce these costs where spending and staffing compares to
hmm
all the
hmm
other banks of similar markets.
Nice, nice. Where do you find your research/information?
Well, most of my information comes from the research my team collects. Uh, right now, I feel everyone does a good job at finding the information they need,
Mhm.
but
Mhm.
sometimes we'll run into a problem where my interns will struggle with finding what to research.
Mhm. Mhm.
I actually just initiated a college internship program that allows them to do research and get comparisons of costs and staffing in the banking industry. So I feel
Hmm.
with the interns and this college program that I have a lot to work with, and the extra help definitely goes a long way.
That internship seems to be very beneficial.
It is, I feel.
So, have you been satisfied with your program so far?
Yeah. So again, it's been a huge help with all the extra hands,
Mhm.
especially when helping with the research process and helping me find ways to reduce costs and stay ahead of our competitors.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, for some of them, though, this is a learning experience because they are new and they are college students, so they struggle with the research sometimes.
Mhm.
But I completely understand that. So if they have any questions, they can always ask me or anybody a part of my IT team. I didn't start off knowing everything, so I really don't expect them to, but I do try to
Mhm.
push them to
Mhm.
be as best as they can be.
Perfect. A learning experience. That's a great way of looking at it.
Yeah.
If you have questions, do they go directly to you or do they go to someone else?
So for the bigger questions, they come to me.
Mhm.
The college kids and the interns, they'll come to me
Mhm.
because I am their direct supervisor. But for
Okay.
smaller questions, I'll normally assign them to someone in the IT department, one of my employees. And
Okay.
depending on the question, there's certain people in my employees that might know one thing that somebody else doesn't. And so depending on their question, they'll most likely go to who knows it the best. And we all
Okay.
work as a team, so really we're all just one big collective group. So really everybody helps out in the long run.
Hmm. How many people do you have on your IT team?
So we have 27 employees right now in
Wow,
the
that's a lot
IT
of
department. Yeah,
employees.
we have a lot of hands helping out, and they all report to me about any of their final decisions that they feel. They're all comfortable with what they do, and they're confident with
Mhm.
their ideas and
Mhm.
information that they bring to me. So
Um, do you have anyone else you work with?
yes, so I work with a few people that are actually above me. We have our CEO, which is Ashley Timmons, our CFO and my boss, Megan Brock-Broder, and lastly, our COO, Kimberly Westmeyer. I do make most of the major decisions on my own, but say there was I was on the fence about something, I normally go to Megan and get her opinion on it. But for the
Mhm.
most part, I
Mhm.
make most final decisions that my team brings to me. Uh, and I just make the best decision that I think would be the best for our company.
Mhm. Mhm. How have you handled transitioning into this job position?
Well, I was CIO for Stormer Accounting for about 11 years before I
Wow, it's a long
transitioned to
time.
this. It's a long time. Transitioning from one position like accounting to IT isn't always an easy transition because the jobs are so different in a way.
Mhm. Mhm.
All
Very
business, but
different.
still
Yes.
different
So
areas.
different.
And I'm not used to the banking industry either, so it was a huge transition. I'm still learning as I go,
Mhm.
and information isn't always easy to find. Uh, I have resources now that allow me to find information I need, but I feel like having more resources would definitely help me out in the long run.
I can definitely see how the transition would be challenging even with the most experienced CIOs.
Yeah, it's hard.
You talked about working as a CIO of accounting. Did they ever have any resources you were able to use for information?
Yeah, so we had a searchable archive of research about accounting.
Wow.
However, they only provided us with research reports that we searched and found, and there was
Mhm.
no personal
Mhm.
contact with analysts, and our association fees were about 1,500 per year.
Mhm.
So it would definitely be helpful to have some actual contact with an actual person if I have any questions about any information that I need.
So if we were able to provide you with a service that could help you find information on banking industry and assist you with any problems that might arise, would that be something you're interested in?
Yeah, that would actually be a huge help. It would save me time on looking for information and save my team time on
Mhm.
either asking me questions or finding information
Mhm.
themselves. So I feel like the overall productivity of the department would go up.
You talked about saving time. What would you do with all that extra time you saved?
So I think my team personally with this extra time, it would give them more time to conduct more research and less time trying to find information, or the time between asking me a question and then me finding that information. It wastes a lot of time. So I feel like if we're able to save that, we'd be able to get a lot more done.
Nice, nice. Well, I definitely think that I can provide you with a solution that may help you save time and money. And we can also provide you with a more credible source of information that you and your team can use. We will give you we have a 3-step plan that we've been drafting up here over at Gardner. The plan tailors to the people in your kind of position.
Okay.
Our firm can provide you with a 3-package plan that suits all of your issues that you're trying to solve. The first part of the package helps you improve with how you do research and provides you with the information faster, saving you time, which is one thing that you really wanted.
I'm always about saving time.
The second part involves a tool that will help you save/reduce costs and see where you can be cutting those costs. So there's another saving money, and there's the other
4% cost.
check off your list. And lastly, we can provide you with an executive partner that has experience in the field that can help you with any researching information or questions that you may have. Do you think these resources sound like they would help your business in any way?
Yeah, that would actually be amazing. I think it would actually help me out and my team out a lot.
Beautiful,
Especially
beautiful.
the company as a whole. Not only would I be able to save time, but also money, which is something both extremely what I'm interested in. So
Indeed, indeed. So let me give you a little bit more information about the package, because I thought you'd be interested. Our package checks off all of your problems you were looking for to improve. So let me just give you a little bit more detail what's into our offer. The first part of the package includes a magic quadrant, a hydro or a hypocycle, a hype cycle, and critical capabilities. The magic quadrant gives you the understanding of where the market is going. So it kind of gives you that future of the market. The critical capabilities is an extension of the magic quadrant, which gives you a deeper look into provided offers, providers' offerings. It is an interactive way and provides you with specific business goals. Lastly, the hype cycle shows you when to make budget increases and looks for area to cut, saving you money. It includes a contract review, which can identify cost savings in 75% of contracts and give you an average cost savings of 15 to 20%. Part 3 would provide you with an executive partner. He is very experienced, well over 20 years. He would help you save time by helping you find information and helping you answer any questions that you might have difficult to answer yourself. So does this sound like a partnership that you'd be interested in being a part of?
Yeah, that actually sounds like a very beneficial partnership for me and my company. What would cost be looking like if I were able to go into a package like this?
Well, for the first year as a CIO, it would be $50,000. Second year, we would be adding another $1,500, and then for the third year, it would be rounding out about at $53,100. Does this sound good to you?
So yeah, it sounds great, but it's a lot more than I expected. One thing I was looking to do is reduce costs, and this seems like a lot.
I hear you. Yeah.
So I would, and plus I would need to run this by Megan, the CFO, before I really make any final decisions.
I understand. How about we set up a meeting later, maybe next week sometime?
Yeah, I feel like, again, I'd have to run this by her first, and we definitely need to set up a different meeting. I'm definitely very interested in what you have to offer, but I'm definitely going to need to run these numbers by her first.
Yes, definitely run that by her first, and then we can come together and talk about it as all three of us.
Okay, that works with me.
Perfect. I can see why. Oh wait. Are there any other concerns you might have?
So yeah, resources look great. Definitely something I'm interested in. You hit every check mark that I wanted: reducing costs, helping me with revenue, getting me into the market, and understanding that a little more. but it's a lot. So I don't really, my only concern is I don't see me having enough time to actually use all of these
Hmm.
resources.
I can see why you would see that would be an issue. With our resources, you would have people. You would have more than just you to be able to help you allocate your time and to make sure that you are using our resources effectively and efficiently.
So I would be able to have other people help me throughout
Indeed, indeed,
using
indeed.
these resources. Okay, that
Hmm.
works. That definitely works for
So
me.
it would help you save time, but no, I wouldn't say it would help you save a lot of time. Like it would help you.
That's okay. I see.
Um, so that is all for my offer today. Maybe we can get together, say next week on Wednesday around 3:30 after you've talked to Megan about this. Uh,
Wednesday, 3:30. Yeah, that looks good for me. No, I can definitely meet Wednesday at 3:30. And again, I'll
okay.
run this by Megan, and we'll crunch some numbers and see what we can do. I can't say
Hmm.
for sure. I'm definitely interested, but if it comes out to be too much, then we're probably gonna have to
Indeed,
look
indeed.
somewhere
We
else.
can we can throw around some numbers next week, and hopefully we can see if we can make a deal.
Okay, I would definitely be looking forward to that, and I will see you Wednesday at 3:30. It was good talking to you.
See you Wednesday at 3:30. Thank you.